Okay.
So no kids.
Okay, good.
Right.
Okay. Let me stop.
Good morning. So we meet again. I'm so glad to be back with you. My name is Stephan Plummer, and This is a Daniel Namod song. You are sacred love. Ricky, do I have it in? You are sacred love. Sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love. Sacred love is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Such a holy place. Blessed peace, you are blessed peace. Blessed peace is all that you are. You are blessed peace, God. Blessed peace is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Such a holy place. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Such a holy place. You are sacred love. Sacred love is all that you are.
Thank you, Stephen Plummer. So a little bit about Stephen. Stephen is Virginia, which I just learned today is the home of Patsy Cline. Yeah. Do you know their family?
Yes, we grew up. I'm the youngest, so I didn't. But my oldest sister actually used to go to the Daunt's drugstore where Patsy Cline worked.
Okay.
But that was before she,
Became famous. Well, that's a great story. I love that. So Stephen was saying that, yes, they're familiar with the family and visited the drugstore where Patsy worked before her career exploded.
Yes.
Right? That's a name we all recognize. And also the many talents of Stephen. She is not only a singer, or a songwriter and producer, and they perform their entire life. And often you will find them in Unity churches or New Thought and Centers for Spiritual Living. So thank you for being with us today. Yes. My name is Crystal Saraga, and it is my joy to welcome you to the light and love that is Unity of South Sound. It's also my honor to welcome you to this Sunday celebration service. And we hold that you are not here by accident today, but by divine appointment. Unity provides a positive path for spiritual living, and we teach inspiring practical spirituality, something you will experience in each Sunday lesson to enhance your personal journey of spiritual unfoldment. If you have any questions, concerns, or joys to share, we love that too, especially, please contact our office or visit our website at unityofsouthsound.org. And at this time, we also invite you to put your cell phones in airplane mode, and that helps with our bandwidth here at the Spire. Now we invite you to relax, reconnect, and center in the truth of who we are. Will you please join me in saying our opening affirmation? There is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe: God, goodness, omnipotence. Our mission statement: inspired by the divine, as an inclusive spiritual community, we explore and express our highest potential. Statement: present and centered in divine love, we co-create a peaceful and awakened world. And our core values: we are love, joy, abundance, and spirit guided. And now Reverend Megan will lead us in an opening prayer.
Welcome to summer. It is upon us, and so we relish the sun and the light and the warmth. So we just take all that in and just be aware, again, of repeating our opening statement. There is only one presence and one power active in my life, in the universe, and in this ministry: God, goodness, omnipotence. And I am one with that presence and power. Know that for yourself. I am one with that presence and power. And as we know that, and we allow ourselves to live by the divine guidance from within, leading us, giving us the wisdom, accessing us to the infinite potentiality of all things, we allow ourselves to radiate that we are, the light from within us. And we can become that light for those that maybe are in a troubled place. And so let us intentionally choose today to be that presence and power wherever we go and everything we think, say, and do. And we send that energy out into the universe so that every being walking this planet will awaken to the light that they are and choose to take action steps that make a difference to enhance our experience and not to tear it down. In love and light and all things good, we say amen.
Welcome, newcomers and live streamers. We want to take a moment to thank all of you who may be joining us for the first time in person or online. Thank you for sharing your joy and your consciousness and your love with us. If you're here in person, we invite you to pick up a welcome packet at the back information table. And the packet contains helpful information about our ministry here at Unity of South Sound. And we also encourage you to sign our guest book so we know who you are. We affirm and trust that people who come to Unity will feel at home. And as we engage in getting to know each other, we will see you here again. Wherever you are in your journey of faith, you are welcome here, for we honor and respect the choices your soul makes on its spiritual journey. Now, to all our newcomers, live streamers, and friends joining us this morning, we want to share our Unity blessing. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, the divinity you are. Now I invite you, if you're able, to stand and join with our song leaders. This morning it's Annie Lane Ryan and Reverend Megan, and we'll be singing "I'm Choosing Heaven Today." take a brief moment to greet those around you with a Namaste community greeting, and especially take a moment to reach out to maybe someone that you haven't met. If you're not a hugger, give them a Namaste bow or reach out and shake someone's hand. Namaste, I behold the divinity you are. Back to your seat as we begin our next song. Breathe.
I'm missing a song leader. I breathe in, I breathe out, I take in, I give out. I let love, I let go, I release, I know, I forgive, I receive, I can feel, I believe, I am healed, I am whole, I release, I know. Breathe, 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 breathe. No need to push, no need to try, no need to worry or question why. Surrender, let go, release, and know. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Just breathe.
Today's inspirational reading comes from the daily word for today, Sunday, July 7th, 2024, and the word is beautiful. My open heart discovers beauty all around me. I see beauty in soaring mountains and rolling seas, in majestic forests and kaleidoscope fields of wildflowers. I hear beauty in music, bird songs, and the laughter and conversations of people in fellowship. Searching beyond my senses, I discover a greater depth of beauty. The mundane items and landmarks I may take for granted take on a deeper beauty when my memories fill them with meaning. My dear ones become even more beautiful to me when I pause to remember our fondest experiences and the love that binds us. I move through each day with my mind and heart open. Now even the most ordinary items, places, and circumstances become more and more precious and beautiful to me. In the scripture, and all of us with unveiled faces, seeing the glory of the Lord as though reflected in a mirror, are being transformed into the same image. 2 Corinthians 3:18. And now Reverend Megan will lead us in a time of meditation.
Thank you, Chris. So, in preparing for prayer and meditation, I think we'd like to just bring us back into that place of breathing. And we'll just, if you'd like to join me, just to sing through a couple of choruses of Breathe, from the song called Breathe. And it's so important for us to remember that our breath, our very breath, is that's God is breathing us. The vibrational energy of life is breathing us into this moment to animate us and give us this experience. So through our breath, we allow ourselves to move into our heart space, into that sanctuary of peace and healing and transformation. So let's breathe into that. Breathe, 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 breathe. So just breathe. And as we continue to focus on our breath, allow the vibration of our prayer bowl to resonate with the vibration that you are. This resonates with the heart chakra too. So it's like breathe through your heart and feel that vibration opening you up as we go deeper into our time of prayer and meditation. Breathe it in. Just notice where it touches you. I breathe in, I breathe out. I take in, I give out. And I know, as I breathe, I allow myself to expand from within, to fill up with the vibration of living, the vibration that creates my next moment. And so gently focus on your breath as you gradually let go of the awareness of the physical world outside of yourself, to move into that sacred place within, the sanctuary within your heart, where you know and experience healing, peacefulness, transformation. We're safe, we're protected, and we are in this loving cocoon that offers us everything that we need in any given moment. So we breathe into it. And just notice your breath as it moves through your body, as it touches every cell, as it moves through your core, out into your arms and your legs, up into your head space, as it relaxes your shoulders, any tension you're feeling in your body, allowing you to surrender, just surrender into this moment of time. I breathe in, I breathe out. I take in all that I need and I release with my next exhale all that is no longer useful. And so into this moment of silence, I continue to feel my breath that is loving me, comforting me, guiding me through all the challenges of my life experience, no matter what they are. It's there for us. Just listen. And continue to breathe. And as we come back into this moment of realization, we realize that the tool that always supports me, that is with me always, is my breath. So whatever I am challenged, whenever I'm caught up in the tumult of emotional experience, I can just breathe my way through it to know. So let us just breathe one more time. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And so it is. Amen.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. troubled water, I will lay me down. When you're down and out, when you're out, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, and darkness comes, and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water. I lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. Sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Oh, when you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind. I will ease your mind. God will ease your mind.
I think our hearts have just been touched by that beautiful and soulful rendition of Bridge Over Troubled Water. Thank you, Stefan. Stefan shared with me that she used to sing with her brother, and he sang harmony with that song, and he's no longer with us in the physical, but she told me that when she was rehearsing this, she could hear him singing with her, and I think we felt that too. So thank you. So I thought that it would be really lovely to spend the month of July looking at the message in the music and selecting specific songs that speak to us, and to really go deeper into understanding what they're offering us and how we can use them as a message in our life. This song that we just experienced, written by Paul Simon and famously performed by Simon and Garfunkel, has a powerful message that resonates deeply with the human experience. I think we just felt that. The chorus, interestingly enough, was inspired partly by Clive Jeter's line, "I'll be your bridge over deep water if you trust in me," reflects a profound promise of support and guidance through life's challenges. It was part of a song, Mary, Do You Weep, I think, something like that, that he sang So the lyrics speak directly to our souls, offering comfort and reassurance in times of trouble. I think that's why we're touched so deeply. When you're weary, feeling small, when you feel the burden of life, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. That we call God, the comfort within, will dry them. These words remind us that we are never alone, that there is always a bridge to help us cross the turbulent waters that we encounter in our daily life experiences. But what do we mean when we say trouble? You know, it's really, when we look at it metaphysically and we look at it from a spiritual context, it has less to do with the actual events or circumstances and more about the emotional impact that is triggered in the process of life. And so metaphysically, Charles Fillmore, in his work From the Revealing Word, describes trouble as a result of wrong thinking, which is why I want to preface that. It really has to do with that emotional thing, not that we are creating the circumstances and the troubles of our life through our thinking. It may be that what we're drawing things, but it's more about how we respond or react. And so he's saying, he's looking at the trouble, the calamities, the difficulties, the disasters that stem from the selfishness or the self-absorbed thinking of our human persona when we get caught up in the human experience. And yet, he says, when we allow our spiritual self, our divine self, to take control, these troubles dissolve into nothingness. So it's more about our emotional reactions versus the outside physical issue. It can still be churning around us, but inside we are at peace, and we're able to discern how to move forward. A dear friend of mine, a Unity minister and spiritual educator, wrote in her book, Do Greater Things, echoing this sentiment, and reminds us of Jesus' time in the wilderness. As told in Matthew 4:1-11, it's when Jesus faced temptations that could have led him away from his divine purpose. And so instead, he chose to release any doubts and embrace his true nature. Overcoming the temptations, he demonstrated the power of letting go of our troubles, our difficulties, and trusting in our divine path. So looking a little deeper at that story, we find within it Jesus' temptation. We find a profound example of facing and overcoming our inner struggles. That's why it's important to look at that as an analogy. After fasting for 40 days and nights, what did Jesus do? He was tempted by the devil, the outside world, the distractions, the things that are the shiny, bright things, with physical sustenance, safety, and worldly power, the things that we as humans seem to be attracted to when we're not in balance and grounded in our divinity. And yet Jesus responded with unwavering faith and rejected each temptation and affirming his trust in God's word and purpose. And he was said to have said, "One does not live by bread alone," which is the nourishment of life, "but by every word that comes from the mouth of God," that comes from the words that are aligned with our true self. Do not put the Lord your God to the test. Do not have the audacity to test spirituality, the divinity within, but worship the Lord your God and serve only him. Now, realize these are words that are translated into English context, so it loses sometimes the original intent and meaning. But basically what we're looking at is these responses show a deep spiritual strength and clarity, a refusal to be swayed by the easy path or the temporary relief. That's the bottom line, which are all susceptible to in our human persona when distracted by the quick fix. Don't we always want the fast and easy way out of things? Give me the magic formula. You know, beam me out of here, Scotty, right? That's what we'd like, but may not be the reality of it. And so Jesus then demonstrated that by affirming the divine within, we always have access to the guidance that leads us on the best path for our greater good. The things that support our wholeness, that support our abundance. So serving God, as we discussed last week, meaning to be intentional in how we choose to show up and in how we participate in the physical reality around us. Are we aligning with the indwelling guidance of spirit, or are we swayed by our attachment to a quick fix to our problems? We have the choice within us when we're paying attention. So that becomes a practice then in noticing and choosing intentionally what we choose to align with in taking our next step. Who am I serving? The divinity within me, or that I'm distracted by outside of myself? So metaphysically, it's also important to know when we talk about water, a bridge over troubled waters, that would be turbulent waters, water as the fluid form of our emotions that are impacted by our daily experiences. Water can carry negative and positive vibrational energy. So it simply moves based on the weather impacting it, the elements around us. When our emotions are troubled, because that's a reaction to the experience outside of ourselves, our water becomes turbulent and then difficult to navigate. Just like a boat on a stormy sea, we may feel like we're drowning. It may feel hopeless, and it's scary. So we need a bridge to lift us up and offer us refuge, to take a breath, to heal, and to redirect our path as we gain new clarity and insight along the way. It's interesting in the Tao Te Ching, which is the writings of Lao Tzu from ancient China, we find guidance of life's troubles as well. In verse 64, it says, "What is rooted is easy to nourish. What is recent is easy to correct. What is brittle is easy to break. What is small is easy to scatter. Prevent trouble before it arises. Put things in order before they exist. The giant pine tree grows from a tiny sprout. The journey of 1,000 miles starts from beneath your feet." So just as Jesus' teachings originally were called the way, the Tao literally means the way. And so they both are offering universal spirituality and relevant teachings to us, and inviting us to be flexible in the moment, to lean into what supports us best, to align with orderly energy, to avoid the deep troubles in life. We can set an intention to prepare ourselves so that we are more malleable and adaptable and maybe respond more effectively before the troubles build and get deeper and impact us in a greater way. So, in a sense then, it's keeping us stable and safe on the bridge, or to be smooth sailing into our next moment of greater awareness. That sounds better to me than being in the turbulent waters. So the thing is that life for us all is a series of death and rebirths, of challenges and successes. And we are constantly tempted by that easy, quick fix, the easy way, the magic wand formula, the desire to avoid suffering. Yes? Look at all the marketing we have out there and how many of us are gullible enough to follow what they say that they tempt us with. And so yet when we have the courage, that courage to say, "Get behind me, Satan." Jesus said that too. It's like, you are not in charge here. That's that persona of our human persona that gets caught up in it all. Get behind me. Then we can choose to stand on the bridge that takes us over the challenge, that we don't have to mire in the muck. The bridge offers us a new perspective, showing us the way to what we truly can be, what we truly can have and express. It's allowing transformation and healing as we go. The thing is that the divine within us is that bridge. It's guiding us over any appearance of trouble. So we need not fear death or loss or anxiety or uncertainty, but embrace life and its experiences as opportunities for growth and evolution. For everything, without exception, serves a purpose in our journey of conscious evolution. It enhances who we are, whether we recognize it or not. So when I look at my own life, I have found this comforting bridge many times through many emotionally troubled experiences. Through deep and traumatic loss, through hurt, feelings, emotional pain, betrayal, abuse. We've all had those things in our life. And recently, actually, I had a very difficult conversation with a family member. Without going into the details of it, it was something that triggered in me realizing this is not a healthy conversation. This is not leading to anywhere productive. And I needed to lean upon that bridge of comfort, that love and that healing to keep me aligned with my inner spiritual guidance, to step back, take a breath, and listen from within, versus getting pulled into my human self and wanting to react and defend my position. Realizing that there was no reason to say anything unless it was kind, useful, or necessary. And that's an important thing to remember when we're experiencing a human relationship. I found energetic support from within and was able to remove myself from the moment to not continue to be caught up in the turbulent waters emotionally. I bridged my way over that turbulence. I recall a dream I had during a particularly difficult time in my earlier life. I know I've shared aspects of it before, but I think it's really relevant to share as it fits in as a useful tool in today's lesson. It was a time many decades ago. I was fearful, I was anxious, anxiety consumed me, and I was facing an uncertainty of the future as I left an abusive marriage with 2 little boys in tow. And I felt like there's this wall that was blocking my way, and uncertainty just consumed me. And so I had this dream, and I know that whenever you have a dream that you really recall, it's a message to pay attention to, and that every aspect really aligns with something emotionally that's going on within you. And so in this dream, a dark force was taunting me to open the door of this little cottage that my boys and I were in. It was daring me to step out into a bottomless pit that would surely be my ending. And I felt this pressure, this like tug and pull. It's like you have to step out. But when I looked up, when I felt like there's no way out of this dark experience, something caught my attention. And I saw this brilliant bridge leading into a beautiful and peaceful garden. And it called to me and it said, just keep your eyes on the light. And I dug in deep to focus my faith, and I tapped courageously into my divine self, and I stepped onto that bridge. And then I took another more confident step, and as I did that, that dark force and its pit completely disintegrated. It dissolved into nothingness because it wasn't real. This dream gave me the courage then to take action, to bridge my troubled, frightened heart, and to find the healing that I was seeking in the peace within, and a way forward. Realizing it is only from a place of peacefulness that any of us are able to hear that gentle, quiet voice, that guidance of spirit from within, so that we can direct our faith in confidence of the direction that we know takes us to our abundance, that takes us where we need to be, and to be able to take a confident step toward the possibility of an abundant future. That dream became a turning point in my life of taking back my personal power, of courageously claiming my true self, and to a life that resulted in a better outcome. It led me into the path that brought me here. And so I ask you, what troubles have you been experiencing? What turbulent emotional waters do you find yourself caught up in? Are you willing to accept the bridge that is offered to you? To be led to that higher perspective, to let Spirit support you from the divinity within you, the true power that has the way. So just take a moment now to breathe deeply, to really choose gently to release your troubles. It's to detach from the hold that it has on you, and to trust in the divine order of life. You know what that is? It's our internal GPS system. It's a guidance system redirecting us along the way, and always available and at the ready. Always. It becomes our bridge of possibility for all things. All you have to do is take that breath and go within. Lift up your eyes spiritually to what is before you. So I want to revisit these timeless lyrics, Bridge Over Troubled Water, to just get the message that is so richly embedded in those words. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I, in the first persona of the God within you, is speaking to you. It is there for you. I'm on your side when things get rough, when things feel out of control, and friends just can't be found, when we're feeling alone, that we don't know who we can tune to trust. Then we turn within. Like a bridge over troubled waters, I will lay me down. It is Spirit saying, I am there for you. Lean on Spirit. Lean into it. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. The Spirit within is your comfort. When you feel hopeless and nowhere to turn, I'll take your part when darkness comes and pain is all around. When consumed with pain and angst and you can't even find a breath, lift up your eyes, see the bridge like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down, my comfort will be from within. Take a breath and let it be there for you. Sail on, silver girl, sail on by. We may be aging, but we never give up. It's interesting that it was said that Sail on, silver girl represented Paul Simon's girlfriend who was getting her first gray hairs. And so it's like realizing that, it's not to get troubled over that aging, we may be aging, but never give up. You can still, your time has come to shine, your dreams are on the way, always there. It doesn't matter where you are in the spectrum of your lifetime, the dreams are still at hand. See how they shine. They are brilliantly within you, offering you the way. And so if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind. Spirit has our back. Spirit has our back. That is the best friend we could ever turn to. So like a bridge over troubled waters, I will ease your mind. That's offering you the inner peace so that we can quiet things down and listen. So in closing, let us remember that in these words, we find the promise of spiritual support, of guidance and direction, of a bridge that carries us over our troubled waters, the emotional tumult that gets triggered with life experiences. To know that sometimes we are taken into troubled waters not to drown, but to be cleansed and to heal. So let us embrace this promise. knowing that we are always supported by the divine within, always, without exception. The only time we don't know it is when we have turned away from it. May we find the courage to face our challenges, to let go of our troubles in life, and to lift up our eyes to the light of the bridge of spirit. That is God's presence within us, offering a way through. And may we each courageously take a step then onto that bridge that leads us to healing, to peace of mind, to a greater expression of our true self, embracing whatever it is before us with curiosity and adventure, not fear and anxiety or uncertainty. So may you find your bridge over troubled waters and sail smoothly, very smoothly, towards your dreams today, one moment at a time. That's all we need to do. Thank you, Paul Simon, for your beautiful song. And thank you, Stefan. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Megan, for reminding us that it is the divine within that is the bridge over troubled waters. And I believe we have a prosperity minute right now. I'd like to invite up LaDonna Peterson to share.
LaDonna shared with me some good news, and I thought that it would be fun to hear it from her. Oh, we need a microphone.
My bridge over troubled water was getting here from the time my husband passed. Because when he passed, my mother, my husband, and myself, we had 7 incomes in the family. That was cool. So Jim passed, and there went 2 incomes. Mother passed, there went 3 incomes. And my 2 incomes were the smallest. So survival was, it had a tendency to draw me into fear. And it's like, am I going to succumb to the fear, the darkness of fear, or am I going to remember who I am? Am I going to remember what I'm about? Am I remember that I'm here to give the divine through me? And my blessing last month is my little miracle to share with you. I landed a contract in June that allowed me to quadruple my June gift to Unity of South Sound. And it just thrilled me to do that. And today, I'm sharing with you an old glory. She is made out of linen, and each stripe is sewn on separately. Today, flags are just printed and put on a pole and up for sale. This is hand sewn, and if you care to come and see her, she's old, but she's a beauty.
Thank you. I think that we should ring our awesome bell. So for those of you that weren't here last week, we have this awesome bell that we're going to ring whenever we have awesome news to share with our community, because we're letting the vibration of that continue to bless us. So thank you very much for sharing your good news with us, LaDonna.
Okay, thank you, LaDonna and Reverend Megan. At this time, we'd like to invite our ushers forward to prepare for our love offering, and Stephan Plummer to prepare for their next song. And this is the time in our service where we all have the opportunity to share of our financial blessings with this community in demonstration of the prosperity law of giving and receiving. And there are so many ways to do so. A few of them, you can go to our website and click the donate button to discover the many easy ways you can securely give. We encourage you to consider setting up your consistent intentional giving, as I have, as a monthly or weekly automatic gift, so it will never be missed. And if you need some information to be able to do that, please contact our office and we'll help you make that happen. If you intend to give here in person this morning, there are offering envelopes on the back of the pews for your convenience, so please feel free to drop that envelope or gift onto the offering plate as it is passed down your row. Whichever way you offer your financial blessings, we hold these gifts together in this moment in our hands and in our hearts, and we affirm together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am in perfect balance and flow with the universal tides of giving and receiving, and we are truly blessed. Amen.
I gladly walk across the desert with no shoes upon my feet to share with you the last bite of bread I had to eat. I would swim out to save you in your sea of broken dreams. When all your hopes are sinking, let me show you what love means. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. And love can build a bridge. And don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? I would whisper love so loudly every heart could understand that love and only love can join the tribes of man. I would give my heart's desire so that you might see. The first step is to realize that it all begins with you and me. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. And don't you think it's time? And don't you think it's time? When we stand together, it's our sign to side. We can do anything, anything. Keep on believing in the power, yeah. Love, love. Sing it with us. Love can build a bridge. Love can build a bridge. Love and only love between your heart and mine. Between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. And don't you think it's time? Yes, I do. Don't you think it's time? One more time. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. And don't you think it's time? And don't you think it's time? It's time. Yes, I think it's time. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think it's time. I agree. Thank you, Stefan. And thank you to our Unity Band as well, Cerny. Okay, the band. Okay, we have just a few announcements to highlight for you this morning. And we would like you to know that you can keep up to date on all Sunday service and event happenings by subscribing to our weekly newsletter, the eBlast. You can subscribe at our website on the events page. So know that your information will be safe on this secure site and will never be shared. Today is Chaplain Sunday, and we have a prayer chaplain to pray with you after the service today. I have Ginger Landry on my announcements, and she is here in the building. And she will be available for you after the service. So if you have a prayer on your heart, please visit the vestibule. It's right over here to my left by this exit sign. And when you arrive there, if the doors close, please wait for the chaplain to open so that we can maintain the privacy of those that are already praying. And we also do request that you wear a mask while you're in the vestibule. And we do have masks for you, available for you. Our first bead party was a big success. And thanks to our wonderful volunteers who are, I understand, halfway done. So I'm getting a nod in the back from David, yes. Our second bead party is after service today. So please plan to hang out and tie wonderful blessings on our strings of beads. Join the fun. And we'll be doing this for the bead necklaces for our Pride Festival that is coming up in just I want to say next Saturday, right? Yes, that's our next announcement here. So Pride Festival in Tacoma is Saturday the 13th. We will have a booth there and participate. And we are seeking, we do have volunteers that have signed up, and we love that we're seeking one more volunteer for a cleanup shift. So know that, and please come help us share our ministry by handing out beaded necklaces and information about our ministry here at Unity of South Sound. We'll be offering up hugs to our community. There is a sign-up sheet on the information table.